Hello, this is Beldragos, again from the Chili server where we're featuring the Sprout Pack. I am here today to show you a little bit about the Chisel and Bits mod. I realized that although I have used it quite a number of places, I have not spoken anything about how to use it. Hey, what are you doing in there? I used Golden Lasso to take one of the city guards and a bunch of villagers and brought them back, and they're trying to take over. As you can tell, I named this guy Sid Vicious. I mean, you may not get it, but he already seems to want to be taking over my spot. Oh well, I let him sit and have his illusions of grandeur. But as I was saying, we're gonna start playing. I'm gonna show you a little bit about the Chisel and mod set. First, even though I have a couple made up, we're gonna look up the chisel, which is quite easy to make. It's down here. I prefer the diamond, it lasts longer. Just a simple diamond end stick. And we're also going to need a bag. Which is 8 wool and a little chiseled bit. We'll be able to make that. But first I gotta go grab a diamond and a stick. I extended the lines up so I have access up here too. We got a few sticks and diamonds. I don't have as much diamond. Wrong one. There. It's specific where you gotta put it. See, the pattern is specific. And let me grab some wool. I gotta go shear some sheep. Excuse me. I've been keeping all my chisel and bit stuff in this modular storage. These are all stuff I've made. If you hold the shift key, it shows what items they are. I try to keep one item and the design. For example, these are the door pieces. Got the right, the left, and the middle that I have over those doors in there through the glass. Like I said, I try to keep one physical object and the blueprint or the design. These are kind of easy to make. Come on. It's a little thing I've noticed. If you're in the modular storage, the JEI doesn't work right. You make them with a bucket of water, a piece of lapis, and a piece of paper. And there's also a negative and a mirror. The mirror is a bucket of water, paper, and glowstone. The negative is redstone. I don't use negative that often. I use the positive, and I've used the mirror, especially on the stairs. But what I'm going to make today is a rail, a handrail, which can easily be adapted into a fence. The handrail is going to go up here along this wall. We need a corner and 3 straights. And what I'm going to make it out of is, let me get in here. Something called a factory block. First, let's put the block over here on the working area. I got this set up like this because if you put the bit on here, you can see it activating, showing that you can take stuff off of the stone block, but it doesn't work on the piston or the fence post. Machines that usually have an inventory will not work, but normal blocks do. I have that so that I don't accidentally grab it from behind. I know that sounds weird, but I'll show you what I mean. First, let's put the factory block in the chisel. I like making fences out of the slightly rusty plate. When you're working with a chisel and bit, I like to push it out here so I can get all the way around. Whatever you design, it takes that particular, the block that is there, takes the particular facing of it. By default, you can use the Alt to pop up your how you want to take it. I'm going to take a plane. But first, I need to do something. No, I can take the plane. Just one of them. That put 4 stacks of bits. A bit is every pixel on here. It's a 16 by 16. But I'm going to use one of these bits to make a bag. And this one I will use for fences, rails, and if you have a bag in your inventory, everything will go in. As you can see, if you hold the shift key, it shows you what kind of block it is, and it'll hold stacks of 512. Let's go back. I don't need this in my inventory anymore. Put this chisel back. And let's come back over here and remove all this. As you can see, there's 16 the cube is 16 blocks by 16 blocks by 16 blocks. That means when I do that ceiling in there, I can get 16 panels out of one block. And we'll take and do that later on. But first, I wanted to show you. I'm gonna need a block down so I can actually do this properly. I like to grab something like inexpensive like cobble. Actually, let's go with a nice stone. It'll be easier to see the pixels to map them out. But when I'm carving apart a block to make, I like to use the setup from the side. But as I was saying, you can see how this is going to be set up along here. Now when you're placing, you just have to have a block in your hand. And you can set it up a single. You can set them up as lines or planes. I'm going to set up as a single. Okay, I want the third block in. And I want to set up a single block. Now I'm going to pop this open, grab a line. Now put it on the edge of this. Here, let me back up a little bit. Put it. You can see how it's making, showing a line. I want to touch it on here, click it once, and made a line of that material. Then I'll take and put one here and make a line up here. And I'll go in, since there's 16, make a line at the top, and there we got a nice little frame. I want to be a little bit fancy about this, so let's do it this way. Grab a single bit, and it's the middle. Build two up. See, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's going to go into 6, 7, 8, 9, into. I really should set up a piston down here so I can move stuff up, because I would like to I'll just do it this way. Got a half block there. Okay, straight up from this. One. Oops. Let's grab that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's 8 and 9. And in 2. Let's make one more in. Like so. Now we go over this side and bring this out and this up until they connect. We'll do the same over here. Whoops, not that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, Yeah, there's a lot of meticulous, very time consuming, which is why I never showed this on here. So as it stands, I'll have a square within each other and a 2 wide block on each edge. Now when these are placed next to each other, the 2 blocks will line up here, so it'll make a double. Now there's only one problem I did not account for. The handrail, which is going to be an extra piece on the top, so I'm going to make it a 2-piece. I'll just use this as a standard railing, whether it's going to be for a fence or something, and then I'll just use a piece on the top to place as a handrail or the, oops, let's go. I need 2 of these. If you hold shift on the bags, it shows you what's in it. I'm looking for, let's start with a brand new piece of wood. So we use a lot of spruce here. I've got my choice of birch. You know, that might make a good handrail. Bring one out. Whoops. So I so like that over there. Makes it so nice. Bring out the birch. Pop it against there. Oops. Hit the Alt. Go to plane. And load the bag full of the pieces. One more. There we go. And I'll take the little piece of birch. I'll put one on here. One next to it. And then one over here. And then on the top, I'll take and put one on the top. Then I'll switch to line. And I go just a simple little bam, 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 and a bam. We got a handrail. That easy. But it's 2 separate pieces. This is one piece. And where is it? Where'd it go? I had 2 of them. Don't tell me. Here's the second one right there. And the handrail is the second piece. Now, I could take and knock one piece off the end for the end of it so it looks like it's tapered. And for a corner piece, which we have to make 2, I could just bend it around the corner. Okay. For the corner piece, let's put a line here, a line here, and a line right here. And we are going to have to adapt this pattern in a little bit. chisel, get rid of this piece, this piece. And switch it over to single. Bring it into. One from the bottom, one from the top until it's in the middle. Then we can go back to this. One single bit. Right click. I know it's a little bit lopsided, but it's the corner pattern. We'll just duplicate this pattern on this. In 3. 1, 2, 3. That was up 4. Unfortunately, I can't do anything up there. Let's see. Sometimes when you pull out, it'll pull the whole line. You gotta remember to double check things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 8. 2 more and 1 more, and bring this up. One, two. There's a lot of counting and planning using this, and manipulating, get just the right angle. I think one more out and up, and then at the top I'll take and put my 2 to connect. Let me go back over to here. This is set as line 1 here, 1 here, 1 up at the top. Move over a little. 1 on the side. Now I gotta grab my chisel and remove the corner piece. And we can take and make 2 more patterns. Let's move these over to the side. I'll show you how to use them in a little bit. Okay, the one pattern will be the fencing. One pattern will be the rail. We have everything we need. Let me put this block back, and let's go place these. Now I'll show you a little trick that I figured out on my own. When you use these designs, they replace the block that you're clicking on. So what I will do, I will take and place a bit. And I'll click on the bit itself, and it'll use Okay. This is the rail. As you see, I've got to get the right angle. Click. And it's replacing the one material with the other, so it works really nice. Now, inventory. I need the straight rail down at the corner. Bring it down the straight. Oh, wrong one. This one. Nope, we gotta go outside. And that is how you make a rail. A fence rail. Now, let's move this up. Let's get the corner handrail. We'll take and put a little... Actually, I'm going to switch over to a single bit. Take and put a single bit on the corner in the middle of each, so you have the place marker for the piece that you want to use. Okay, and this is the corner piece, so let's put it on here. Just got to make sure the angle is right. And let's grab the last one. And we'll use this. Are we on the right side? Yep. And that's how easy it is to use Chisel and Bits to make a nice little handrail. Since this is 2 bits higher than a single block, you can't jump over it normally. So, in theory, since it's higher than 1 block, mobs should not be able to get over it. Now, I can take on the use this design on the top and put some little spikes, and just to make it so they blend along the side and fit together right. And I have fencing set up. For example, if you want to take and put fencing along here. Eventually I will, but I have to take and do the design so it's not along the edge, because this I would want to make right down the middle. And that is how easy it is to make a handrail out of blocks. Let's put one down here, because I forgot I need to make my storage piece of each. Wait, I've got that one up there already. I need the rail. And I'll just put these away. And grab myself a pick. And pop these up and store them. And there we go. One last thing. Take the bag, put these extra bits in, And this is set up for my fencing and my handrails. I'll take and throw them into a anvil and name them later on. I currently have all my XP being stored. And the great thing about these chisels here, I'll show you. The durability on these can be fixed by simply walking next to my Arch of Chaos nodes. And I'm not going to wait here that long, but if I do, eventually it'll take and completely repair itself. But I'm going to be signing off for now, and I'll let you make your likes and your comments down below. Let me know what you think of this. Thank you very much, and have yourself a good evening.